Come in, left that little pause intentionally. Hey, welcome to Flying with Mike. A very late stream indeed. Was supposed to actually be done last night. I've actually been pretty tired here of late. Since ending the stream, going to dinner, I've actually been pretty tired. So I could use your prayers for some energy and a nice boost to get back in it. Coach, let me back in. Um, but folks, yeah, I picked a great plane to try to get energized on, right? The A350. We had a lot of troubles with this. We still kind of do. However, our subscribers have access to a subscriber chat area. If you're not there, let me know. I'll verify you're a subscriber and get you on the list. We had a technical difficulty here. Gave the 30-minute notice to them first. You all get it. I did give it to you all, right? Yeah, I did. About a couple minutes before going live. So that's how it's going to pretty much be. Unless you subscribe, you're not going to get noticed. Well, you're going to get noticed. You're not going to get the notice. My bad. That was poor choice of words. I don't know where that came from. Satan, get behind me. But yeah, we're going to kind of spice it up for the subscribers, folks. It costs. And in my book, that should give them a few perks over everything else. Now, let's delineate. We're talking Twitch. We're not talking YouTube. YouTube, a follow is like a subscribe there. We are able to monetize. Haven't filled out the paperwork, the quote inked it. But when I do, that'll give you the option still to subscribe, just like you do now, just like over here in Twitch, you're still able to follow all of that great stuff. However, the next step in YouTube is memberships. And that's where the delay is on my part. I really just don't know where to begin to focus my mind in on this so we can get the YouTube channel up and going on monetized. Am I expecting to be a zillionaire afterwards? No, I'll probably have to owe a zillion. Um, well, no, I take that back. I probably won't owe a zillion, but I'm pretty sure when I walk into Starbucks coffee, if I walk into Starbucks, I don't do it. I'll still have to pay $20 for a cup of coffee. Um, yeah, that's why you don't see me walking in there. I don't need a latte food apatu sipato. No, I just need coffee black. Preferably if it's from the bottom of the coffee carafe, the better. Old truck driver here, folks. Oh, and by the way, that was one of the perks for being a truck driver. I could get free coffee in a lot of places. So, not going to say the ways because I don't want to ruin it if that option is still there for my friends that still drive. Anyway, so let's get back into this. We're flying a pretty short hop. This was supposed to ducktail off of our. It was actually a very fun flight from Christchurch over to Sydney. It's just one of those, it's not like flying there from Amsterdam to London. No, no, no. It's more like flying from Moscow to London. Might be a little longer, but you get the drift. It's a lot bigger channel to cross than that little one between Great Britain and Belgium, which, by the way, is where we are, Belgium. Brussels to be exact, and I have been watching this cloud formation over the nose of the aircraft. I don't know. Do you all get the sense the Starship Enterprise is about to show up? I don't know. Kind of, kind of looks like that. Um, yeah, kind of neat. But anyway, we're going from here. We're doing a long haul, folks, in the A350. Hope you got your coffee. Maybe a donut's all you need. We're going to Berlin. Yeah, big flight, folks. Hour and a half tops. So hope y'all are buckled up, ready to go. And I hope I remember where the keys are to start this thing. It's been a couple weeks, maybe even a month. So, all right. So this is Flight Factor's A350 still without the sound pack. I did purchase the Mango. I really loved it, and I'm gonna give him a great shout out here. Q8. He's the guy that helped me learn this plane. There's things about it I'm still in the dark on. We're learning them though. But the sound set, he announced in the video what it was. Oh, wow. Q8, I would really love to talk to you and find out what did I do wrong, because mine did not sound at all like yours. And by the way, I do have a sound set on a Flight Factor aircraft, not from Mango, but it's on the A320, and it is dynamite. I haven't taken it off yet. I like it. So I could really use some help in making sure I get this loaded right. Because I'm still wondering if that had something to do with the aircraft somehow getting corrupted. When we were in Hong Kong, I'll show you what I really can't, because you can't see the cursor, but we'll come in here now. There's a cursor floating around. Okay, I don't know if y'all can see it or not. I'm pretty sure you can't. It was like you see it, none. And then when I came to like here, nothing. I couldn't click. Matter of fact, you couldn't even know where the cursor was. The only way I could manipulate was to work my mouse till the menu up here popped, and then I could work maybe some of the magic here, and then eventually kill it. But if I went here, poof, there was a cursor. It was very strange even to Flight Factor. I was waiting for the obligatory, we do not update, we do not fix in non-release candidate. Well, the problem was we were in a release candidate. We have been several weeks now. We're in number 3, and yeah, it's interesting when you make rules, the flight sim community's gonna chink it. So, and that's an aviation term, chink it. But no, they were gracious. They helped me out. I was really shocked because there was zero help with the A320 issues. And that was because the almighty sevens was coming out, that everyone was foaming at the mouth, demanding, we've got to have it now. No, you actually didn't, because the aircraft is full of bugs, I've heard. Even exterminators can't get rid of them all yet. But they will, don't get me wrong, at Flight Factor. But you're demanding, you're pushing, well, you get what you got. And I don't have it in my hangar. I'm not sure I will, though, because there was a lot of bad blood there. But like I said, thank God, when I put that help ticket in for this, I mean, I might have waited a day or two for a response. I don't even know if it was that long. But anyway, once we started talking, boom, we surmised it. Well, they surmised a data corruption, and of course, I don't know how that happens. And we went through the reinstall, and knock on wood, and my head's made of wood, no issues to date. However, we haven't loaded Mango back in, and a few other things. Okay, all of that to say, folks, we're going to Berlin. We are in the A350, and remember I said there's a lot to this plane I just really don't understand, don't know. Yeah, I think you all are looking at. There's some quirks. I've mentioned them in a bunch of videos we've done. I'm not going through them again. I'll let you observe them, but I'm not going through them. Now, the first hurdle with this plane was having to restart it and hope for the best. Next up would have been a different airplane. Here's what I couldn't see. See that? I couldn't get that one, but that one worked. Also, likewise, is my cursor working? These switches were not lighting up, nor the IRS. So I knew we were like, oh gosh, here we go again. But I could see the cursor. I couldn't even turn anything on. It was that bad, folks. I think even Flight Factor, I've actually found a couple bugs that have made people go, what? I found one in Zibo, although I still don't know what the heck it did. And I'm trying to find out if they do. Hey, Hawker, welcome aboard. Welcome in, sir. Thank you for joining us. Speaking of subscribers, there's one of them. Thank you, sir. Oh, no, sir. This is the A350. You should be glued to the screen. How do I fly it? I know the comment coming back. Is it like weekend in New England or Copacabana or oh. Think you should share what you're on. All right. Okay. Anyway, those references, folks. Hawker 125. I have to give him a shout out. He's the guy behind most of this. He's the one that kept pushing and pushing me. And lo and behold, here we are. And I have to say thank you, sir. And he pushed and pushed for the MD-11, Airbus 11, and I finally broke down and got it. I also went ahead and got the passenger because there were a couple of others asking me my thoughts on it. So I went ahead and got it. There really is no difference between the two other than the big difference. One has windows, the other doesn't. One has more doors, the other one doesn't. Beyond that, and some little differences because one flies people, one flies cargo, there isn't any difference, folks. I am sad to tell you. So, and if you would, head over to his channel that I'm giving you here. Give him a follow so when he comes on, if you're in the mood for jamming out, that's what the guy does. He drums away, sometimes just does some games, other times you might catch him on a flight sim. But he does actually have a Hawker 125 in his garage fuselage. No engines, no wings, that he plans some year between now and 2150 or possibly Starlog 8582, completing it into a flight sim that he will maybe fly, maybe play drums, I don't know, on whatever network he's on at that time. It's starting to cool, but see, then he says now it's starting to cool down, so that means more tolerable to work in the garage till it gets below 60 degrees, and then it'll be too cold. There's about a 2-week period in about April and right about now where he could work on it. But no, seriously, he is trying to turn it into a working flight sim on either whatever platform. However, it most likely will not be full motion. Pretty sure the missus said no to the aircraft busting through the bedroom floor. So, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool, but you know, hey, that's just me. I don't have to fix it. All right, so we've wasted enough time. Let's get going. All right, so Airbus is very simple, folks. Pretty much the very simple basics is if you see a white switch, click it. Now, to start things up here, though, you got to click your battery and your battery too. I just go ahead, click all 4 here, and that's right here, because I just realized I don't have a cursor acting as a pointer, and I don't know why. I'm gonna have to go in and figure out why the cursor went away. But anyway, these 4 switches, turn them on. Now I go ahead, get the rest of these off lights that'll be on, and just turn them off in the battery section. Once I'm done here, I went down, hang on, here. This will be coming alive. This is the OIF, I believe it's called. And then I just click on it. It comes in like this. So click on it so it comes out. Go to ground services up here. And then I go to ground equipment, click your ground power units, and then auto config. Now go in, add your chocks, luggage loaders, air conditioning, add what you think you need. But you don't have, I would just add chocks if that doesn't come in. One feature I will say that does not work. It does not have working jetways. So if you were to go, and now we're in a stand where there are no jetways, but if you would do the infamous Shift G, you're supposed to be able to see this one that's light lit. It won't work in a jetway, even with the new X-plane updates. So just be forewarned, you won't get a jetway. So just work your ground units, just go auto config, keep the plane at gate. That doesn't help you. Once you're done here, go over to doors and hatches. If you want, look at the plane, see what needs to be open, but I always open up door 1, 2, forward, aft, and bulk. And that will yield you this. So you can see bulk is right here. There's your L1, L2. And air conditioning and battery carts. The bus comes out automatic. And then we get our good little laugh over here. Folks, that is a tractor to pull a fuel truck. Holy mackerel. I believe that is actually meant for Antarctica. Maybe Sweden, maybe Finland. Cracks me up every time I see it. So, all right. Now, this guy and this guy always, I believe, stay with the plane. Maybe these two, I can't remember. We'll find out as we get going. So, speaking of getting going, let's do such. Okay, like I said, we are powered up. So, the only thing not powered is the APU. I'm going to fuel the aircraft, then crank up the APU. Probably really not an issue, but it doesn't take long. Okay, so back over here, click on it. Now we're going to go to airplane. I'm going to shove the fuel in it first. Now, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Now is a good time to bring in Sim Toolkit. Okay. Let me double check. Okay, I did. All right, so I can click here, go to flight planning, load, and there's our route, folks, to Berlin. Fly now. All right, and by the way, 24 hours of VATSIM is on. The weather over here so far does not look as frightful as it's been until we were south of there in Santiago. Pretty good storm heading in their way. Okay, so let's look it over real quick. These are the numbers we're in kilograms. Folks, if you set this plane up in pounds, that isn't going to be a major problem. Just have Mr. Google's conversion thingy there to help you out. Why? You really need to put it into this airplane as kilograms. And the flight factor A320. While the A320, you can do pounds, it's still on the performance page. Is it there? One of the pages, it still comes up, no matter what, kilograms. I also still do not know the maximum amount of people flight factor can hold. Same, I believe I have the number for the MD-11 passenger. It's sad, but I got a feeling it probably is pretty close. But anyway, plus I haven't really tried to figure out how much a person weighs in the A350 here. Okay, so we're going to put 25,688 kilograms of payload. The ramps are going to put in 14,259 pounds. Basically just squirt some fuel in the fuel tanks. I mean, literally, this plane. Folks, we flew Singapore to Christchurch. That was the last flight with this plane. Went fantastic. So I knew this plane would fly more. It just haven't gotten around to it because I also like the Queen of the Sky we flew earlier too. All right, so we're planning 247 people. That's getting close to the max, folks. 6,100 kilograms of fuel. So basically, we're going to work off this zero fuel number here. 167. I'm writing it down. 167,466. That's what we're aiming for when we load the plane. We'll show you some other little quirks. Flight factors known for these. Most aircraft are known for some kind of quirks. The cargo, if you didn't know this on the 767, and I'm sure the 757, each pallet weighs a certain amount. I'm not sure if they're equal in the 57, 67, so that's why I'm not giving the number. Uh-oh. Okay, why did that happen? Huh? All right, and I'll be honest, I don't know how to reset it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got hung up with Sim Toolkit, and then that came on. Here, let me go ahead, pull it away right now. Sorry about that, Shampoo. Yeah, that came in at the same time. But here's what it's, Shampoo, you know the plane. How do we clear it, or is it clearable? I really don't want to fire the agent. Let's see, are we seeing smoke? APU's not even on. Okay, well then I guess we'll fire it up. Why would... Well, hopefully we're not having a problem here, folks. All right, well, I wasn't planning the APU that quick. All right, well, we got the EPU bleed generators on. Hopefully that'll make us good to go. One thing after another on this today. All right, so let's get after it. Back to Sim Toolkit. So you can also see the routing. And we're going to go to 35,000. All right, weather here in Brussels, clear, visibility okay. We're going to plan 7 right. Is there ATC up? I thought they all went to bed. Oh, the tower is still here. Okay. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to come up on VATSIM. Couple of things happened on the Christchurch run that, and on the Anchorage LA run that are kind of turned me off a little right now. So nothing with VATSIM's new rules. It's Frame rates on my computer have been very atrocious. So, but anyway, so we got a east wind at 8, landing probably 6 right in Brandenburg over in Berlin. Oops, hang on a second. All right, so let's get this bird going, shall we? First thing, as you can see, we're gonna fuel it. And we need 14,259 kilograms. Now, oh, it took me a while to figure this out. What we're wanting to read minimum 14,259 is right here. Okay. So it's down here. We want where it says 2,000. We want that done. I know the overlays in the way, but we want that to read that minimum. So we can't change it there, but we can up here. Destination is en route burn. That'll be 6148. To the alternate. That's your alternative. Okay, we are going to need 3,934 kilograms. Alternate today is EDLP. So 3934. Contingency. That'll be what I use is the FAA. I put 45 minutes of fuel on the plane. So that's 3,231 kilograms. 3234 APU. We're going to go ahead and put 20. Taxi time 20. All right, so how do we deal with this number? Like I do in the 767. I take out my handy dandy calculator. Okay, we're going to 1 4 259, and from it we're going to do nothing, because if you look, remember I told you our block fuel 14,259, we're now reading 14,421. Implement. Okay, now here's where it gets dicey, is loading this plane. I have put this thing on its tail several times, so just to let you know, passengers, I really do not like this, because if I put heavy, we only have 241 peeps out of 247. That's actually not bad. But I haven't, I wish they would have done light, middle, heavy, and full. Maybe even include single class, because I'm pretty sure Japan Airlines, ANA, if they have them, maybe Korean, will probably run an aircraft really heavy on people. That's notorious over there, folks. So flat out amazing. But we need 6 people, 6 brave volunteers. All right, that's the maximum in first class. So now we need 5 brave souls to step forward. Okay, we'll bring this up. Okay, now that area is full. So now we need 3. Well, that's easy. Just make that say 1, 7, 3, enter. And there's our 247 peeps. And yes, the cattle section, as I like to refer it to, still has some open seats. The killer in all of this comes down here. Go to 0 on them all first. Okay, and then look at your 0 fuel weight, 169.1. It's already over. 2 things: either SimBrief's people's weight are different than flight factors, or like the MD-11, we do not have accurate empty weight numbers to work this plane, and that's kind of irks me. That's simple stuff you can, and it's not proprietary, because your aircraft more than likely is hopefully set up like the real one, but it may not be. So I'm gonna leave it as is. 169 puts us about 2,000 kilograms, about 1,500 kilograms over. And here's the scary part: implement. And she's going for the tail. All right, let's put in, let's unload. Oh yeah. Like I said, folks, I've done this a lot. It's kind of silly, but it is what it is. Actually, the aircraft stayed in spot pretty good this time. Sometimes it actually moves. And this is the one thing I truly don't like about it, is the loading. Let's put 1 up front. I am going to be safe and again unload, and I'm going to put 3. And yes, that is going to move our weight way up. Almost 10,000 pounds more. So I'm going to keep the fuel as is. Okay, I put them in the nose. Now I thought about putting these 2. I don't know what they weigh yet, but it would sure love to know, what does a person weigh, what does an LD3 weigh, and what does a 96 inch pallet weigh, and go from there. Just me. All right, so 167,466. We are now roughly 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 pounds heavier. We're still, I think, good on the fuel. That's part's done, folks. Now I'm going to go to cabin. I'm going to turn the lights up, because I'm pretty sure that's what all of those alert messages are. When we're ready to go, we'll come back, fill this in. For now, we're done with it. Be gone. Just for reference,
preferences, you have cabin announcements, charts, options, joysticks, and for your enjoyment on those long haul runs, the user guide is in there. You can also go into the folders and pull it out. All right. Also, somehow, somewhere, I clicked the wrong button, so bear with me here, folks. There we go, we're back. Somewhere I commented about this, and somehow when I did another search for the A350's checklist, now I do have the one Q8 used in his tutorials, but you do have one here, and there is one out there. They're a little difficult to read. I think they're called C lists or whatever that give you this, but you can walk through it. So we've done the power up. We'll get caught up here. Okay, we got the APU and the fire test already done. Okay, so here's where we are. So basically we need to get RMP 1 and 2 frequencies now, and we'll go through this, folks, because believe me, welcome to the world of Flight Factor. And this one's a little different. However, same things apply with regard to VATSIM. Okay, as you look at XPilot, this is my tool that takes the flight sim, connects it to the VATSIM traffic network, okay? The minimum requirements, folks, is what I'm highlighting with my mouse. Mode C needs to be green. And then over here on the left side, you see COM1, COM2. I like to get 22.8 in there, 21.5 in there. That's becoming a standard with VATSIM, minus the use of common traffic. Okay. However, next to 122.8, you see how you see TX, RX, or barely see them? Those need to be lit up, as does 125 RX. So how do we do that? First, come in. This is, believe it or not, your FMC. What? Yeah, I know. What? Come down to serve. Controls. Go in here first, put 2000, enter. That's where you're gonna change squawk codes when given to you. Pain in the rump, but it is how they want it. Okay? Altitude reporting, auto. Auto, no. On, boom. You see the green light just came on. There's the first step, folks. Feel free to take it out of standby if you want. Normal, get you the famed up and down, okay? Come down to the weather radar, just click them, auto. Next up is TWAS. On. You're set to go here. Put that back on FMC. Now, come over here. Couple of things we're going to do here first. Here's your radio stack. Let's see if I remember how to do this. If you click VHF. How did I do this? Oh. VHF1, VHF2, VHF3. See those? Okay. And then I want to click VHF1, the speaker, turn it up. All the way, folks. And that will, now you see TX, TR, that's all great. Come over here for, actually you think we can do it here. There it is. And now you can see on XPilot, TX-RX for 122.8, 121.5 is set to RX. Now, to hear the what the cabin purser is saying, I right now forgot which one. But once you turn it on, you can hear them. Very annoying, and I don't like it. But it's, you know, the way it is. Lastly, come down here. We're not going to deal with TCAS or GS. We're just going to turn these 4 switches on. Weather TWAS, Exponder TWAS, System 1, System 2, blah, blah. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, these will become available to us. X-Plane will be implementing some new weather radar issues, stuff coming. So, we'll see how that all works. All right, so that takes care of, get to my checklist. Boom. That's right, we got to click them here. Okay, that's the power up. Then you have cockpit. So you can see, you can go through here, complete them. Not a requirement, folks, just there for you. Then we have the McDo. All right, go ahead and stick that over there. Now we're up to what most of us will understand, but we got to look at it from the perspective of what we're using. What's the first thing we do when we come in for a McDo, folks? The init. We get the thing initialized. So first, come up here. Now, you guys thought I forgot. The only sad thing is I don't have any way of knowing on batteries or anything like that. But, you know, hey, it's not, you know, I don't get this plane, like I said, in many ways. That's one of them. All right, so we are aligning. So we went to the init page. Now, if you connect on that options page over there on the OIF, whatever, OIP, whatever it's called, click, and it's going to retrieve your SimBrief account. You already see there's our departure arrival. There comes the rest. Okay, so we got the basics in to include the route. I love this trip wind. If only Bad Attitude could see that. Headwind 200. It's not even that bad, folks, across the North Atlantic. It's about half. It just cracks me up. Come down here, click IRS. I have not been able to successfully get these into the right spot, and I'm not going to worry about that today. Okay. I am going to go to plan, and I am going to keep it at 40. Okay, but first thing we got to do, align IRS. It's going to align on that GPS setting, 7 to 8 minutes. Perfectly fine with it. Go back. Now what do we do, folks? That's right. You either do your F plan or you do your weights. I'm going to go for F plan. Now you could come back to init, select departure, and move on. I'm going to go, like I said, like I'm used to, go straight into EBBR, select from the menu, departure. Now, before we move on, in the real bird, the real pilots, all of this is being filled in. It's not like us where we could just point and click a mouse. Oh wait, but yes it is. Okay, we got a point click, got a keyboard, all of that makes it work fine, right? They do too. This big bulky thing right here is a mouse. Cat's right back here to bounce on. Here's their keyboard. It's all right here, literally at their fingertips. It's a whole new generation. The 380 brought this on. And, well, maybe, yeah, the 380 is the one I know for sure. And that's when things got a little more complicated. To me. Maybe the pilots, but to me. And that's where I draw it there. I don't want to go much further into that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of X-Pilot. Let's bring in charts and let's fill this in. Okay, there's our flight, folks. You can see the magenta, the red, whatever you want to call it. That's your SID, Standard Instrument Departure. Today we're going out the Spy 3 Victor. That's because that's what Bad Attitude told me I had to do. No. Okay, now if you look over here, uh-oh, what's going on here? Oh, we've had a runway change. Things are really not as bad, but for the moment, Brussels is still up. Now, granted, I don't have to follow that if I don't fly online. Okay, just so you know. You know what? Let's go ahead and make the change. We can do it real easy. We'll just click the, here, let me show you that again. Cancel. All right. Yeah, see, now I got a cursor here. Why don't I have it up here? All right. So where the runway is, click the back and forth. 7 right. Oh, you know what? Cancel one more time. Approach 25 left. Departures. 25 right. Okay. Now we can proceed. 25 right. Something tells me I have a little bit of a taxi. I thought I clicked this. Sorry, folks. Deer in the headlights. Look, change. Yes. And sometimes it will find it, sometimes it won't. 90 departures. Here's the cool thing. It's helping us out. Kind of utilizing a couple tools. A spy. Okay, so from spy up to our first fix. Okay. I'm going to go with that one. Right or wrong, we're going. And tailwind too. You know, some airlines won't take tailwinds. And then they throw you in the penalty box. What that is, if you guys have ever paid attention, you roll up on the runway, there's that ramp area that sits out like right there where aircraft may be sitting. That's because they're waiting either on a clearance or the ability to do what, if they're not allowed a tailwind, and 2 knots is actually not bad. Little airplane might be a problem. Big airplane, not a big problem. Then they'll sit them and make them wait. How dare you ruin our traffic flow? But you're the commander. You're the one. If stuff happens, guess what, folks? It's on you. In the real world, in the sim world, technically in the sim world, it's also on you. All right, what's the name of this one? Doggone it. Spy. Oh, okay. So we got more. There it is. 3 Gulf. Click it. And usually in Europe, you won't find transitions. They name the SID after the final fix, which in our country, the US, would be the transition. Okay, it's good. Click and insert. Pretty cool, huh? That part's not the hard part. It's just a different way of doing things, and it can be a little challenging. So we'll walk through this. Spy, okay, and we're looking for things out of the ordinary. I'm not overly concerned other than when these guys change runways. Okay, Oxford. All right, now let's see what's going on in Berlin. We have, oh, IVA is up. They are calling 6 left for the approach. Wait a minute. ILS approach 6 left or ILS approach 6 right. Okay. Okay, real quick, go through it. There's the route. And there we go, folks. I really don't know where we'll park there, so you know what? 6 right. Oh, 6 left works for me. Well, we'll take 6 right. Again, all you got to do with NavGraph charts, click select. Oh, just a VOR. And we're going to 6 left. Uh-oh. Let me see this arrival. Okay, so we're going to come into... Okay, well, let's bring the chart in again. So you can see how the difference is. No, we're not doing this. That's a... All right, hang on, folks. There we go. All right, that looks a lot better. So what I did is I changed it to final. Which runway? 6 left. There we go. And that'll line us up straight in on the runway from D out here. Okay, so that's how charts can really help you. Okay. So let's do that. All right, so let's pull up EDDB arrival. Okay, we're coming into 6 left, right? Yes. Okay, ILS. Okay, and there we have it matching. Shampoo! Which plane? Oh, come on, you can't tell from the screen. The Cessna 172. And yes, we're in X-plane, the A350. Oh, people. It supposedly has so many hours in this plane. But anyway, folks, that wraps that up. And then here's our missed approach out to Oakburg. And then if we have to go to our alternate, here's how we get to EDLP. Okay, and then go back up here to plan. Oh, guess I gotta just do that. I kind of missed the good old days. All right. So at this point, folks, you've now got the flight plan loaded, and I'm going to go ahead and take this back. And next up in the list, you've already done your radios, so let's go to the fuel. what I'll do is kind of slide this over now, because I'm bringing this in. Usually I really don't mess with anything here. I just say thank you. 167, they don't even match up. Oh, that's because it's going off of SemBrief. We're actually 173.6. Block fuel. We'd have to go to the fuel page. 14.3 is good. And zero fuel weight is showing 30. Enter. 30, enter. Okay, taxi fuel, everything's looking good. All right, I think we're gonna be okay. So the next place we end up, folks, wind. I don't think this really works. We'll give it a try, company. We'll see. Oh, we need to go back to the indent page. We really need to change this. And if you haven't noticed that, Shampoo, your trip wind, if you're in the A350, HD 200. And that would be a big wrong. Currently, we're showing winds at 340 at 23 on average. The average wind component is a tailwind of 2 knots. I'm going to try that. TL0, 0. Alright, so we're through it all, folks. Nav aids. Check them out. And then take off performance. Let's go to the perf calculator. I'm not going to worry about the slope. I never get it right. I'm going to go flaps 2. And data's out of range. Why are you out of range? Oh, there we go. 137, 137, 139. For a flex, they're saying 70. The thing is, I don't know how to make it do it otherwise. So we'll go flex 70. And one of these days I need to try this just to see what happens. I'm not even going to worry about going to black box because I know he has these numbers. But I'm going to just go with what we got. And that, folks, gets the McDo setup. That's the hardest thing to get used to in this plane, but yet workable. It's not the word I wanted, but what did I do? I Brussels is 1013. Oh, that makes that simple. LS. Go up here real quick. Barrel, ref, both sets, set Q and E. Okay, we'll just. Okay. Okay, next. All right, ND ranges, PFD, ref speeds. Okay. Alright, so initial altitude. Okay, our initial cleared altitude on this is ATC. Okay. Alright folks, like I said, very tempted to stay off. I'm going to be right back. Stand by. I want to make sure we have enough time here. Stand by.
And that's time before I got to get things set up for dinner here. So we'll still be streaming, just some things going on in the background here a little more. So stand by. All right, folks, got my marching orders. All right, so let's do it. Oh boy. Let me see what Mr. Shampoo is up to. I don't see him on stream. Huh. Okay. All right, folks, so let's do it. The big question, do I come on VATSIM? Oh, what the heck? Why not? Hang on, let me bring up some toolkit. Okay, and put my silly little numbers in that for some reason don't load. Okay. Oh, before I come on, ACARS. Yay, we got a good start there. And it has us in Brussels. Badang, badang. The sketchy, well, look who's dropped in, the sketchy Leo. What in the world? Welcome, sir. Long time. All right, let's go. First things first. Okay, we got all our peeps in. Airplane. No, I want ground. Let's close up. Hang on. On APU gen, so we're coming off. Okay. Now, had I not made sure the APU generator was indeed on, everything would have gone dark. And that sucks. So, all right, so here we go, folks. Connecting. What are we connecting as? I already forgot my call sign, folks. This is never good. Oh, Lufthansa 1572. A3. Oh, nope, nope. A359. Oh, God, I hate this. There we go. Connect. All right, so now we have to go to the tower frequency and hopefully everything will work. 118. If not, we come off VATSIM. Pretty simple. And then we swap them. All right, and uh-oh. Something tells me they're coming down. Their ATIS is gone. Yep, he's got it blank. Hang on, we're having an issue here. Okay, I'm on the right key. Brussels Tower, Lufthansa 1572 Heavy request clearance to Berlin, as filed.
Lufthansa 1572 Heavy Brussels Tower, good evening. Information Papa is current. We vliegt to Berlin by the Sierra Papa India 3 Mike departure out of runway 25 right. Initial climb flight level 60, squawk 1000.
Okay, I looked for an ATIS and all I saw was a BR in it, but we're cleared Sierra Papa India 3 Mike departure, initial climb 6000, 25 right and squawk 1000. Sorry, had a hard time reading my scribble.
Lufthansa 1572, no problem, I'll check the ATIS. Read that correct, startup approved, report ready for pushback.
And we'll call for pushback Lufthansa 1572 Heavy. Believe me, it won't be long. I need to get my squawk. Okay, now remember, folks, this is where it gets a little different than what you're used to. I go in here, go to, whoop, wrong one, click FMS 1 to serve controls 1000. Enter. All right, and squawk code's in place. I always go back to my plan page. Actually, in this case, let's go perf and put you away. All right, ND's all set. ND mode and range, good. PFD's on. North ref, okay. Speed Mach, heading track window, Visbin, the initial clearance. Let's go ahead. Thousands. Okay. All right, I think we're ready to push it and start it. We are not going into London Center as long as I fly the right course. He said 3 Mike. Okay, so I'm going to...
Tower, ECN Light 11, requesting instructions for final approach, runway 25 left.
Easy 1911 Brussels Tower, report established on the ILS, runway 25 left.
You see that 11, I don't know if you can send it in chat. I can hear you. I can hear you loud.
Okay.
Belgium Tower, hello. Belgium 88 Foxtrot. AC 1300. QNH 1013. Request fire clearance to San Francisco.
Beeline 88 Foxtrot, Brussels Tower. Very good evening. Information, Papa is current. You're clear to San Francisco via the DNUT 3 Golf departure, out of runway 25 right. Initial climb flight level 60, squawk 7106.
Can you repeat the squawk, sorry?
Beeline 88 Foxtrot, squawk 7106.
Please show me where you want to go.
Clear to San Francisco, squawk 7106, initial climb. Flight level 60, QNH 1016, Belgium 88 Foxtrot.
Beeline 88 Foxtrot, confirm the DNUT 3 Golf departure, out of runway 25 right.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Confirm departure runway 07 right.
Beeline 88 Foxtrot, read back correct, startup approved, report ready for push.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
And Tower, Lufthansa 1572 Heavy, we're ready to push. We now have information, Papa.
Lufthansa 1572, roger, pushback approved, face east.
Pushback approved, face east, Lufthansa 1572 Heavy. Okay, beacons on, engine is running. Break off.
Starting pushback.
ready for push and start, Brussels 88 Foxtrot.
Beeline 88 Foxtrot, squawk 7106.
Alright, we are pushed, folks.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Standby.
Okay, after start. Parking brake, engine selector to normal. APU bleed off. Don't need anti-ice. APU switch off. Okay, down here. All right, folks. It's a little different. A lot of things on this plane's a little different than we're used to in the others. Instead of, you know, where it looks like we're pulling it, we're just going straight back.
Tow disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time on Harborside flight.
And thanks for the pushback. We'll be watching for you. By the way, folks, free utility. Don't pass it up. Thought I was at flaps 2. We'll double check. Pitch trim will show a little different, more MD-11 like, you'll see. Perfect, there he is. Alright, what did I mean by that? Let's pull it up and move it over. Alright, so today, 30. Okay, takeoff is set. It's not your normal flap setting slash up to down, you know, up or down. It's kind of weird. So flaps, they're at 2.
BC 911 requesting approach to runway 25 left.
Easy 1911 Brussels Tower, good evening, winds 120 degrees 4 knots, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, easy 911.
Easy 9111, squawk mode Charlie, please.
Alright, also, you're gonna find a few other things a little different on this plane. Auto brakes. RTO arm. Now, when we get to land, it's either this one or this one we move to set our low, medium, high. Anti-skids on. Go up here, grab some lights. All right, we're ready to taxi. Here we go, folks. This is when it gets fun, because he's been drawing me a line, I'm sure. Well, hopefully it's right up and out. So straight out to... Oh, they're gonna be out or... Oh boy, this will be fun. Brussels Tower, Lufthansa 1572 Heavies ready to taxi.
TESAT 1572, taxi holding point Echo 4 runway 19 via Tango initially.
Understand via Tango to the hold point 25 right.
Affirm.
Must be on it. Out 9 maybe? All right, folks, we're back with you as we start getting going here. I'm not sure where Tango is. Gonna go to taxi charts, parking stands. Ah, I got it. Okay, I see what he's doing. Come over here. Being a little sneaky, sneaky. Kind of figured I'd get more.
Brussels Tower, Speedbird 109 is established on final to runway 25 left. Speedbird 109 Brussels Tower, good evening. Winds 120 degrees for knots, runway 25 left, clear to land. Clear to land, Speedbird 109.
All right, are we going to be ready to go? Okay. Terrain, weather.
PC 1911, I'm having some problems with my charts.
No worries, if you need help, let me know. So the 1572 ready for departure?
Just getting ready to let you know we'll be ready at the hold point. Lufthansa 1572 Heavy.
Lufthansa 1572 winds 120 degrees 4 knots, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 25 right, Lufthansa 1572, heavy.
EC 1911, I would have to disconnect because my airplane, like my battery is not working, so it is like just going anywhere.
Roger, bye-bye.
Bye.
And sorry, Tower, Lufthansa 1572, my old age, we were cleared for takeoff.
FM, correct.
Clear for takeoff, Lufthansa 1572 heavy.
For taxi, Brussels 88 Foxtrot.
Airspeed's alive at 100. There's V1.
Beeline 88 Foxtrot, squawk 7106.
Rotate.
Don't think.
Gears coming up.
Sorry, I didn't remember.
Beeline 88 Foxtrot, taxi holding points, Bravo 1, runway 25 right, via Auto 7, QNH 1012.
Speed.
Sorry, can you repeat?
Speed.
Beeline 88 Foxtrot, taxi holding point, Bravo 1, runway 25 right, via Auto 7.
Taxi to hold point station right.
Brussels Tower, speed 106 has landed, request taxi to gate.
Sleeper 109, welcome to Brussels, taxi gate 210 right, via Inner St. Sierra.
Sorry, could you repeat the stand number again?
Stand 210 right.
So stand 210 right, via Inner 9.
Lufthansa 1572, no further ATC, monitor advisory 122.8.
Over to Unicom, Lufthansa 1572 heavy. Thanks for the ATC. Thank you. See ya.
See ya.
Oh.
Nautical station, Brussels Tower closing, monitor advisory 122, decimal 8, good night.
All right, folks. Now we're going
Good
direct.
night.
B103. All right, so okay, now how you know you're still armed on your spoilers? Okay, if you look right here, you see the little caret? And I always like to make sure they're not out. All right, we are now on our original course. I could not get it to switch over to Mike, so I hand flew it off the chart. Okay, lights. All right, we're on our way, folks. Hope you enjoyed. I know we were on the ground much longer than I anticipated. A lot of things. Uh-oh. Well, that's weird. I'm gonna restart Sim Toolkit. I'm not sure why Sim Toolkit's not showing up. We'll use Elevatech. But yeah.
Brussels 88 Foxtrot holding short, runway 07 right.
Oh, great. know, he's upset. EDDR. Alright, I really do not know why SimBrief is not working, or SimToolkit. Oh well, it is what it is. All right, folks, we're on our way. Hope y'all enjoy. Thanks for being a part of this 2-hour, basically, departure. Should be there in about 40 to 50 minutes. So, top of climb is actually... 3.5. I'll deal with him. Alright, so here's what I do. Let's try that one. All right, so we're on our way. We may have this button light up with different things. Let's look kind of right now. 23. Gotta lower the temperature up there. All right, so looks like the avionics light reset, as Shampoo Flyer was telling us when we had the APU bleed on. So I'm assuming now I need to amend my procedures and get the APU on much faster. Now, granted, we were extremely long on the ground, but that's part of getting back into the game with this one. But I hope y'all did enjoy. We're on our way. Should be there in about 40 minutes or so, 45, and hopefully a pretty decent landing. You are experiencing the 24 hours of VATSIM. and that's why there's a lot of controllers up. Brussels hung in there because they had a lot of traffic still in and out. But now it's all shifted west. So from the US down to South America. So it kind of floated, folks, when people would be on. And it makes it kind of interesting. However, the problem for me, like I said, is always frame rates, frame rates, frame rates. No weather. And we're only getting 30. So I think I've removed the boats. We'll double check in Berlin. I don't do much scenery tinkering en route. Those of you all in the know, there's what I have. So, it's not a Mondo Condo computer like I'd like, but it's also not a wimpy one. So, I think I've got my settings pretty well, you know, worked. Need to go through a couple of videos out there again. And I'm not mad at Laminar at all. They have been improving X-Plane 12's weather engine. Undeniably, it is getting better and better. There are some things I could sit here and say, I wish. But for what they've put out there, folks, in this X-Plane 12 is phenomenal. But I also know they're getting more and more and more increasing the use of our graphics, and while it was really good for X-Plane, it's struggling right now with streaming and X-Plane 12. So, hey, our alternate, the tower's up. Stuttgart tower's up. Oh, ground, sorry. EKDK. Wait, that would be Copenhagen, right? Yes. All right, where the heck is Berlin? There they are. Where the heck am I? Lost and found. There I am. Okay, crossing into Germany. So, we are on our way, folks. Enjoy. Like I said, we only got about 40 minutes to revel in this, and then we're back at the rat. Okay, we did the takeoff. Boom. Oh, that's one thing I could check. Okay, everything looks good. All right, we're in cruise now. All right, so our transponder's set. Yeah, he gets annoying to me, so I get annoying to him. All right. And folks, you can play with that to your heart's content on a long haul. All right, so now getting back here, was it perf? Hang on. Hold speed destination. All right, well, there is one way to find it, folks. And I don't think the real one has this, but thank God we do. Hang on. Come down here to perf. 154 miles. I can't ever find it there, so that's fine. But anyway, we're on our way. And if you haven't figured it, yeah, we set the time. I'll be right back, folks. 1 second.
Cologne, Bonn traffic, Max Aviation 81 Heavy, established ILS, runway 13 left, and I'm 9 miles out.
Current traffic, Roll 160, police helicopter, position Cologne City, following the Rhine River inbound north, altitude 800 feet.
Traffic on Air 30X, landing up on the Rotterdam.
All right, folks, much better. All right, so hope you all enjoyed. By the way, yesterday's stream out of Christchurch over to Sydney, I don't know, but that is the best I've seen X-plane scenery. That was spectacular as we were about to coast out, and wow, take a look at it, folks. It's up at YouTube, but man, was that spectacular. I don't know. Maybe, you know, I listened to this aircraft, folks, and I swear it's got a sound pack on it already, you would think. It really sounds pretty decent right now. Wow, there's actually a lot of traffic up here. I think Paderborn is our alternate. I think that's what EDLP is. Airport, we're gonna have to start hitting some of these airports again. Kind of miss flying into the German airports, the French. Only got a couple Swiss, but it's kind of fun. All right, let's start looking at this. We've got about 27 minutes to go. We're really close. Let's see what it says down here. Oh yeah, we're down to like 100 miles. I don't know why I set the screen this way, folks. I really don't. Oh, I turned lights up and down, and that's what brought... And from what I've been told, folks, let me get back to this. You'll see information on this screen. It's from the user guide, but it's pretty much a dead screen. There's a lot of things. If Flight Factor ever came to me and said, what's wrong with this plane? I'd say, let me get some friends to help me. No, because I know I haven't found half of them. But the big ones I have, folks, are probably not all that bad. The worst is when I'm ready to go, get the plane ready in the blocks where I want it, everything opened up, ready to start turning things on. And you come to here, and what you see, that up-down arrow, doesn't show, and you can't turn it. And I think it's this one, and they just don't work. However, they'll work here. You can click switches and stuff like that, but they just, and you're like, delay. But it's the only airplane I've had this much trouble with. Just in a close second would be the A320 from Flight Factor. However, before you say, well, that's a Flight Factor thing, the 767 that I've had, folks, literally from the beginning with X-Plane 11 and when it ported to X-Plane 12, not a lick of trouble. Through all the different updates and betas and what have you, I have had little to no trouble with the 767 from Flight Factor. Now, I don't have the A340 from Flight Factor. Not sure I really want it now since I have this one. I've heard it's a spectacular plane. That's not it. It's just weighing my options of aircraft out there, what I'd like to bring on board and showcase for you and enjoy flying on my end. That's where the limit in the fleet is. So I hope you enjoy. All right, we're close enough. Let's bring this up again. Let's see if it plays like the real one. You gotta put, yep, you do. Okay. All right, so let's put the wind in currently in Berlin. Berlin, Berlin. Okay, we're getting there, folks. Currently, the weather is 060 at 4. 060, enter. 4, enter. Okay, outside air temp is 8 degrees. QNH 1017. Now, folks, you will recognize this much, and I'll show it to you here in a second. Much like the old McDo, except now you do it in this format using all of this stuff down here. The ILS 6 left of probably 200. 200. With a transition. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, doop-a-doop-a-doo, where are you? All right, well, let me just go over to black box. Oh, no way. Oh. I'm gonna say no way he doesn't have Berlin. 5,000. I'm like, dang. Man, real Airbus now 787 pilot, and this website's off. You guarantee most of the airports he goes to, and he doesn't have Berlin. I was pushing the shift key, so don't rush over and tell him, hey, you got a problem. Because we don't. All right. Back to cruise. Yes, easy way to not have to deal with that. Click. Captain, your door's unlocked. Oh no! Oh, we're safe now. The world can go on. The door is locked. All right, okay, cruise complete. Next, descent prep. All right, so weather's obtained. I don't know this one. Landing, elect, I have no idea. ECAM, approach data. We're all set, auto brakes. All right. Remember we talked about that? This is kind of a unique setup. Yeah. We start down, I'll set the brakes. But it's not an easy, we get it done. Let me head down here. 39 miles, top of descent. All right, so our descent. Oh, what are we coming down to? 8,000 at least, okay. All right, and 8,000, okay. All right, we're about 15 miles out. Let me adjust my chair. And it will be time, folks. This will be all we do for now, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the night Tomorrow, a lot of family stuff going on with the grandchild. The one that's not close by, unfortunately, has, and we'd like your prayers, as she's developed her first daycare cold, sickness, flu, virus, whatever the heck you call it. And I love my daughter. Noses running rivers of snot out of it. I think that's how she said it. Just the image you get, you know. Oh, yeah. Ugh. So, wishing her better days. Many a cold coming, obviously, we all know. The one we watch, our little first officer, potential prayers for her too, for daycare. Hopefully she gets approved, and she can start herself getting flus and the common cold in the common cold factory called daycares in elementary school. Okay, we've started our descent. Let's first okay, next checklist. All right. We're not at 10,000 yet, so we'll hold it. Excuse me, hiccups. Now, you gotta love it. All right, so what we do here, here's how I do it until I get... Okay, I get auto brake armed, and what am I moving? I'm moving that inner one, low, medium. I think 3 is high. Oh, 3 then high. All right, so we'll go brake 2. We're on an 11,800 foot runway, so we'll see where we come off. And my goal is to park in apron Bravo. I think that's where we'll go. I'm gonna go ahead just in case we do get a controller. 1, 2, 3, what? Oh. There we go. But yeah, I think for now we'll just plan like, I don't know, towards the runway 6 left in, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and go from there. And one thing, Duluth Fly actually talked with X-Plane about the issues with frame rates and all. The big thing X-Plane came out with was in their Discord channel, by the way, or the way he told it. Actually, we're doing pretty good right now. Wow. Go in, and in your graphic area, folks, uncheck draw boats. For status, well, it's AI traffic, so that makes sense. So you don't want any AI, you know, the AI traffic, which I know to
So,
uh-oh,
hello.
there he is.
Hi. So I found out why I can't get into the Zebo Discord.
You didn't log in?
No, I'm banned from it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea why.
Huh.
I'm banned. Trying to figure out. I really honestly don't care. If I find something out that's wrong with the Zevo and it's detrimental, that's their problem, not mine.
Okay. Well, folks,
Anyway,
Duluth Fly, by the way.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
So, huh?
Continue.
Yeah,
Sorry, Mike.
I've been good luck with them. So we're just starting down. So.
Are you? Is this your only flight tonight? Or
Yeah,
is
this for now. Yeah, unless I'm totally bored and I do a small plane flight.
Wait. You bored? Never.
Because tomorrow we won't be able to do anything. I'm thinking, although the days changed quite a bit than what was planned, it's pumpkin picking time.
Uh-oh, we're gonna have the pumpkin picking the pumpkin, huh?
Yep, the little one. Well, the goal was to have both granddaughters out there, all three actually.
Right.
Two of them there first, but one has the dreaded daycare flus.
Oh boy. Which one, the youngest one or the oldest one?
The youngest one in their family.
Oh boy.
So, in hopes of keeping it away from the one that we watch, they've opted to pass, which I get it. Nope, nothing against them. I just liked if I'm getting it right, the way she called the poor kid's sickness. She has rivers of snot coming out of her nose.
Oh my God! Ugh.
I'm like, oh, poor kid.
Thank you.
Poor kid.
Oh boy. Wow.
But the funny thing is that kid is happy as can be.
Yeah.
It just nothing phases.
Huh.
And so far, really, nothing phases the other 6-month-old.
Yeah.
But she does have a little bit more of a sass attitude. But that's okay. I mean, hey.
Like her mom or like her grandma?
I don't know. I definitely stay away from that one. Because frying pans hurt, folks, up against the head.
You have not had a frying pan up your head, sir. Until you know. Yeah.
So, but yeah, the A350, yeah, I'm working through issues again, but it's the same issues, so no updates that I know of have come down on it, so that's fine. I mean, hopefully told us if indeed they are working with them, we'll get this plane much better.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to access the Zevo Discord last night, trying to go, why can't I join the Discord? And they're like, oh, that means you're banned. I'm like, okay, well, fuck them. I don't. I'm sorry.
Hey, watch it, man.
Sorry.
You can get banned here too.
That's to screw them. I said, well, I honestly, Twitch is a waste of my words, but screw them, you know. So I was like, whatever. But if I find something out that's detrimental to the Zevo Discord, I'm not gonna share. I'm not gonna help them out.
I know they have a couple of rules about when you sign on and how often you sign. You know.
No, I think I know why. I might have said something. I don't know. I really honestly don't know. I haven't been in there in a long time, so it probably could be Nico being Nico. I don't know, but I don't know.
Well, I'm hoping to hear back from him on what he learned, if anything, or if we're seeing what he learned in all of these updates.
Yeah.
If it was Nico.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh boy, it looks like we might be high here, folks. Alright, so when that happens, we go into what's called a managed descent. And let her descend. Now we're controlling the descent, not the computer. my concerns, folks, is we're not going to make the at or above 8,000 by D8511. So we'll kind of help it along. Well, we had a nice stretch there with no clouds, and now we're socked in again. Which pretty much I'm thinking the weather is going to be like this from here on out till next year, next spring.
Yeah. Well, it's. I don't know if you were here for. You're probably not in my chat. Bad Attitude was telling me, he's like, yeah, fly to somewhere in North Dakota. And I'm like, dude, when you tell me to fly somewhere, I usually don't want to go there. You know, because he's a dispatcher. So he's like, yeah, check this crap out. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. So.
Yeah, tell Bad Attitude I got a place for him to fly.
Yeah. I think he knows. Where's he going?
He's going into Florida.
Oh, God.
They have another storm.
Milton.
Is
Hurricane Milton.
It is now full-blown. I haven't checked today.
Yeah, it's a tropical storm, but it's supposed to be Cat 2 by the time it hits Florida.
Well, I know when I saw the pictures last night, I'm like, and this doesn't have a name yet?
Well, his name is Milton.
So, and it's going southern Florida if memory served.
Yeah, southern. It's gonna it's gonna level Disney World. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to hear that.
I like Disney World, but I wish they'd lower their prices. But
this will jack up their prices, either that or eliminate them from the world completely.
But I mean, we were there like 2008-ish time frame, 7 time frame. We had an absolute. The girls, our daughters, were at the right age, the youngest, to enjoy Disney. Too many people take infants there. I'm like, they're not getting anything out of it, folks.
Yeah, exactly.
It's way too much money for that.
Somebody, I don't know. I think somebody was just over exaggerating a little bit, but I read somewhere that somebody spent $87,000 at Disney, which wouldn't surprise me any. But why?
I mean, too many people love Disney. I know some, but to me, you go when the children can enjoy it instead of a big rat staring at them, scaring the crud out of them.
Right? No kidding. A big rat. I like that.
I mean, I like Mickey, but
oh, Mickey, you're so fine. Okay.
Wrong Mickey.
I know.
Uh-oh, first officer's hungry.
I want my nom nom.
All right, we're gonna have to go full on the spoilers. Whoa, got real nasty real quick.
Oh yeah?
Okay, let's see here. Is there somebody here? Nope, no ATC that I can tell. 060, clear visibility, okay. Huh, I need that guy's job. Nothing significant. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, you're reprieved.
Nothing like being a meteorologist where you can be paid to be wrong. You know what? I'll tell you something, Mike. I was at a job interview once at a TV station. I met the meteorologist. I actually blatantly said, "Hey, it's nothing like having a job where you can be wrong 99% of the time and still get right, and still get paid a lot, still get paid a six-figure salary." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, okay, whatever." I did not get that job, by the way.
Can't imagine why.
Couldn't take a little joke, can you, there, Lurch?
All right, transition. Do that now. 17. Okay, I'll buy clear.
I'll buy clear for $100, Alex.
And shoot, we're still not slowed down yet.
Put your speed brakes out.
They are out.
How low are you?
7,000 and just now getting to 250.
I was gonna say,
I may
how
be
far?
able to flatten this out now.
I was gonna say, where's your flaps at?
Oh, they're not out yet.
Well, there you
We're
go. Put your flaps
nowhere
on.
near approach yet.
Oh.
We're just working in. All right, so we're back with you, folks. Let's see. Where are we in our checks over here? Seat belts. All right, we're level at 6. I can hear the engine screaming.
Those aren't your engines, Mike. Those are the people in the back knowing that you're at the helm.
Oh, you're flying?
Ouch! That's just mean.
All right, so we're turning. All right, we're all configured except for the flaps, but we got to run out the racetrack.
Interesting. I'm taking off at Midway right now. Flying to Lexington, Kentucky.
Are you on VATSIM?
I am not.
I was gonna say the 24 hours of VATSIM should be there.
They are, but I'm not because I have a Chicago doesn't like me and I don't like them.
Well, I don't mind Chicago. Now, coming from the ground up, I hate it. Coming in where you're already flying, they don't ignore you as easily.
I just don't like me. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna go off-roading, folks.
Nice.
Here we go. There we go. Tail strike. Oh my god. Wow.
Oh, you
This
missed
thing's
that
got a-
earlier.
What?
We're in the blocks, loading the plane, and all of a sudden...
Oh, did it tip?
doink.
Did it tip?
Yep. Does it all
Nice.
the time. That is just so frustrating that it's just ridiculous that it does that. But obviously
Right.
it's loaded wrong. I get that, folks. Before you get on the bandwagons and go, Well, it's because you didn't load it right.
Oh wow. Wah, wah,
But,
wah.
you know, there's a lot of information that's not matching, and it is what it is. And it's just one of those things that cracks me up with this plane.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Now, I will say, and I think the Max has something very similar. This nav display, folks, I love it. Or it's on their PFD, but you've got your lateral right here, so you can see where you are across the ground, and a vertical. I really love this vertical to see how we're doing. So that's neat about the plane has this. Oh, I can, let's see here. Which one are we on? IBNE 107. Localizer. And we're about there, folks. Nice short hop, I know. And you're like, this is an A350. Why are you going so short? Well, because in the real world, they do. In some places. Atlanta to Detroit, Detroit to Minneapolis. I've also heard Atlanta to Mickey World in Orlando.
I bet.
That's something new I read. Then
really?
Japan has a couple going in and out of Osaka from Tokyo, I think Chitose, and so forth. So it's not unheard of, and there are some in Europe too.
Huh.
It's one of those things the airlines can use if traffic densities dictate. For instance, like hypothetically, London to Frankfurt or Cologne, whatever the big city is in Germany. I know Frankfurt's one of them. There could be a need. I could throw all you people in one of these versus 4 of those and save a lot of fuel. So I get that. Just like I get, I don't have a glide slope yet. Or do I? Now I am going to be curious how this thing taxis, because we've had a lot of hard time getting this thing to taxi after flying. Don't know if there's a switch I'm throwing or deactivates on landing, but all right, let's go ahead, slow her down to 1. $180 for now. Landing speed 137. Arm up the spoilers. Okay, flaps 1. Okay, localizers alive and on. Glide slopes alive and on. I do not see a runway. Okay, just remember north side of the field, not to south like usual. Okay, flaps 2. $15-mile final. Berlin, Brandenburg traffic, Lufthansa 1572 heavy, 10-mile final, 6 left on the ILS. Okay, now I just get us in a little closer before the gear.
Oh my god, my ears are overheating. What the?
I may have to bestow upon you my moniker.
What's that?
Grumpy old man.
No, seriously, look, my engines are over. No, they're not. I'm getting. Oh, I am old and I am grumpy, but I mean, come on.
A lot of people call me that, grumpy old man.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell them, who you calling old?
Yep. You old man.
Okay, 9-mile final gear coming down. That's one thing in this plane, folks, I'm not really liking. So, real A350 pilots, if you dare to come on, how in the heck do you know your gear's down? No lights. I don't even think I see.
2,500.
Okay, now we need to crank it down to 145. Make it 140. Flaps 3. Where do you get the indication is what I'm curious about. Other than, I really hope they're down. Here, let me look outside. I was gonna say, tower, are my gear down? Oh yeah, that get the crash trucks out. And flaps full. All right, another thing that's kind of wonky, but hopefully Flight Factor will see this and fix it. Can't disengage. And Berlin traffic, Lufthansa 1572, 3-mile final for 6 left. Okay, brakes 2, hopefully the gears down. Flaps full. We're way off. And low.
500. 400. 100 above. 300.
Landing.
Crashing.
Terrain.
Minimum
200. 100, 90, 80, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 10.
Idle reverse. Welcome to Brandenburg Airport, Berlin. It's also the new Berlin Airport. Auto brakes off. And we'll check our numbers here in a minute. But welcome in, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Nice short little jaunt from Belgium to Germany. Hang on here, folks. Got to get the right chart up. Alright, so we'll take the inside here to the ramp. All right, let's just taxi in. Idle thrust is all we're using right now, folks. And I did not save that chart. Okay, so we're coming down Delta. We'll turn at Victor 4 and go around the roundabout to get on Victor Charlie. Who'd have thought they'd have roundabouts at an airport? And Brandenburg traffic, Lufthansa 1572 heavies off 6 left to the ramp. It looks like it's taxiing a lot better than it has. We're not in the grass. All right, folks, we'll be in the gate here in a moment. We'll debrief and we'll call it a night. And I just want to again say thank you so much for spending some time with us today here. Brake set. All right. Fleet. Next. APU flap 0. Landing light nose lights. Actually, we'll get those nose lights off now. Brake temperatures look good. Shut down.
Mikey, I'll be right back.
Okay. Alright, so let's get up here. Gen on. Lead on. welcome to Berlin. All right, well, let's take a look outside real quick. As you can see, the toggle doesn't work. For the jetway. That is on Flight Factor. I know some of you out there have read up and are comfortable making the changes. I'm not, and I believe that's something Flight Factor ought to look into. Whether they will or not is always another story. All right, so let's see. We're shut down. Brandenburg, let's see, our Mac Air recorded our landing at 124 feet a minute and pending. Cool. Elevatech. $121 as well. Cool. All right, and now Sim Toolkit. That's kind of the one I go off of, folks. It's been logged. Give it a second here. 202 feet a minute, folks. That's great numbers. Let's just take a look again. Short flight, nothing long. Hour 25 minutes, 347 miles, 7,700 kilograms. 1G on the landing at 202 feet a minute, maybe a little slow, but overall not bad. Let's see where we actually hit that runway. I'm thinking the number. Oh, don't do this. You did. All right. Well, the graphic plate from Leaflet, I think it is, stinks. Well, we've been having troubles with it all flight. Oh well. That stunk. All right, well anyway, we were 1,300 feet down. Landing zones, or the landing aiming area, usually, depending on if they're with FAA, I think ICAO follows it, but don't quote me on that. But 1,300 feet down the runway, 10 feet, 11 feet, we'll call it off the center. So, okay, we drifted. The numbers are phenomenal. So, even though we can't see it, it looked great, folks. And that'll do it. All right. Tomorrow we will not be on stream. Let's do something. All right, there we go. And the airplane is opened up, and the peeps can now get off with the broken jetway here. And head on to their destinations. There you have it, folks. The A350 from Flight Factor. It's not a bad aircraft, folks. It has some issues. Overall, I like it. I mean, I'll fly it. I'd like to get those issues resolved, but you know, they're tied up at Flight Factor, dreaming of sevens, trying to make that plane work, and hopefully they don't forget the rest of the fleet again. All right, well, enough on that. Let's head out of here, folks. Want to say thank you again. It's been a wonderful flight, and look forward to seeing you Monday. Don't know yet what we'll see. Will be after 12 to 1 o'clock Central Time. Equates out to 17 to 1800 Zulu. So for now, enjoy your rest of your weekend. Be safe. We'll see you then. God bless you all.